This is one of those reviews that's bound to annoy somebody. It's just that contentious an issue in audio gear. So let's get into it. This is the Schiit Wyrd. Now, what they call this is a decrapifier on their website, which is their way of saying that this cleans up your USB audio signal. Now, that is a contentious issue because lots of people will say, well, that's not USB audio is digital only, and your audio quality does not depend on zeros and ones, basically. Well, that may be true, but I remember with my old Modi 1 DAC, quite often it would skip out and just crackle, or it would just turn off completely, and then my computer would switch to my speakers and surprise me when I was using them because it had problems in like surge or some sort of electrical problem. Well, stuff like this combats that and will completely erase that from happening. So what this is exactly and how you use it is, first of all, it comes with a wall wart, which is a little bit of an annoyance, but it is what it is. You've got the input cable and the output cable jacks. Now this doubles the amount of cables you need to run your setup, so keep that in mind in your on-off switch. So basically this goes from your computer to your DAC. This will be the in-between. And while I did say the wall wart is an annoyance, it's a necessary annoyance because that's what gives this the juice needed to provide the even, clean signal to go from your computer to your DAC. And my DAC's up here, and that's what I use. So the thing is that with computers, electrical glitching, noise, that sort of thing, yes, it's quite common. That's the reason why we need DACs in the first place, to bypass the electrical noise of our computers to a clean signal from the DAC to the amp to our ears. But this goes a step further and it cleans up that signal. Now, here's my thoughts on this. I already had a USB hub, powered USB hub by Antec, and I'd been using that for a few years since the Modi started skipping out of me, and I read that that might help the problem, so I bought it, and I never had that problem again. So I bought this thinking maybe there's a chance that this can help with the sound quality, which Schiit themselves will never say. They don't like to advertise their things as such. They don't like making promises and giving people those kinds of hopes. It's basically a community that buys their products and then gives their own output. Well, to me, since I already use the USB hub, this provided no difference in sound quality. It also provided no difference in jitter to me. I guess I already had a pretty clean system. And okay, that might not be everyone's case. For instance, if you plug directly into a gaming PC or something and you really need something like this to help you, I guess you can go ahead and buy this. I mean, this will do its job completely. But you might want to look into USB hubs. Like on their fax system section on the Schiit website, they even say that a USB hub will pretty much do the same thing as this. Now, I don't know if it'll affect your sound quality so much because it didn't do anything for me. But I do have a friend who has this and he said it did for him. So I don't know if it's a placebo effect. I don't know if it's some kind of, if your computers are so noisy that this made a world of difference in the first place. But it's hard for me to recommend this because this is like $100 or £99 with shipping if you buy it from locally over here in the United Kingdom. So this is quite expensive for what it does. In fact, Schiit themselves joke that this is the world's most expensive one-port USB hub. But I like to think there's a little more to it than that. So I wish I could give you a conclusive answer, but I really don't have one. All I can say is that the build quality is standard Schiit fare. It's really solidly built. But if you look on the Headfire reviews, you'll find 4 reviews that completely praise this thing. And I just can't add to that because I don't know what it hasn't made a difference to me. Like even if my USB hub is powered, it still is completely covered in like different things being plugged in. You'd think there'd be a little bit of improvement, but there really isn't. I've A/B'd them, and I haven't heard any improvement in sound quality. As for jitter and stuff, I didn't have that problem in the first place. But if you do, and if you want something from Schiit Audio to fix that, then definitely go for this. Otherwise, just go for a USB hub and I think it'll do the same amount of work. So, that's been my review, and see you next time.